This is a presentation of OCAmedia Sports. OCAmedia Sports presents Friday Night Live. This program brought to you by Oregon Community Bank. Feel good banking. Tonight, Oregon takes on the Monroe Cheesemakers.
Monroe 6-0, leading the conference. Oregon 1-5. They've struggled a little bit, but tonight they have junior point guard Taylor Schmidt back from injury. She had a calf injury during the summer. She missed all of cross country and up till now all of the basketball season. Coach Corey Seeloff, you spoke with before the game, excited about this matchup.
Absolutely, yeah, and to have Schmidt back is a huge addition to this team. I mean, she was integral even last year, and the Panthers have been feeling her loss this entire season.
Beyond a doubt. As we look at the previous game that these two teams played a little bit ago, Monroe took that one home 64-37 over the Panthers. Sydney Hilliard, though, for the Cheesemakers, 26 points. Emily Bounchwell, 17. Sydney Mathiasen had 12. Unfortunately for the Panthers, Ellen McCorkle had 16, but no other Panther had more than 6.
Right.
They were only 35.9% from the floor, only 5 of 12 from the free throw line. And that's something I know Coach Seeloff is focused on as well, is free throw shooting and just general shooting from the floor.
Absolutely. You have seen, in general, an increase in the Panthers' accuracy going through this season, and that's good. That's what you want to see with a developing team like this.
Undoubtedly, and this is definitely a young team. We should talk about looking at the starters. The starting point guard until Taylor Schmidt has come back has been Isabella Izzy Peterson, freshman, number 10. 4.3 points per game, though, shooting 55% from the free throw line, picking up 2 rebounds a game as well.
Absolutely. I mean, we all were kind of surprised to see, the inclusion of some young team members at the beginning of the season, but they've proven their worth over the course of the season. So, absolutely, this is a team that's got some strong players going into multiple seasons in the future.
I think so. I think they're building a team that can be successful throughout the years. We know 2 years ago the Panthers got their first conference championship for girls basketball since 1983, which is the year that I was born.
Mm-hmm.
Many years before you were born, even.
Yeah, a few.
We know that it's going to be a hard road to hoe for that this season, but there is still quite a bit of season left. As you think about the Panthers going forward here, what's their objective as they move on in the season?
I mean, I think their objective is to prove that they've got someplace they're rising, they're on the rise, and I think there's some signs of that. They've had it's been 6 weeks since they've been here in the OHS gymnasium, and it's been a tough 6 weeks out. But there's still some signs that they're a team potentially on the rise, and that's what they're looking for. They're looking to build their momentum here tonight.
Absolutely, and we talked a little bit at the start of the broadcast about the JV game that we just witnessed. Panthers JV team won that, came back they were down 43-39, I want to say, with about 3 minutes to go. They came back and ended up winning 47-46, or 49-46, excuse me.
Yeah, it was a very close competitive JV game, and if that's any indication of the kind of game that we're going to see between Oregon and Monroe, that makes me even more thrilled as to what might happen on the court tonight.
Without a doubt, I sure hope it's a barn burner like that one. I'll tell you what I didn't see in that game that I'm expecting to see in this one was a lot of outside shooting. We know when we talk about the Panthers, one of the first players I think of is Katie Ewell, sort of a three-point specialist for them, loves to go from behind the arc. do you think they're going to be able to do that against a team like Monroe that we know is aggressive on defense?
I think they're gonna have to figure out early whether that strategy is going to work for them. But if they can find those openings, then those are going to be crucial, and those will provide them with a nice source of steady income as far as points go.
And then, in terms of Monroe, we should give them credit where credit is due. They're the top of the Badger South, 6-0 in conference, 11-1 overall. Their only loss is to Beaver Dam, who is themselves 13-0. They're coming off a 78-23 win over Freeport on Saturday. They're outscoring opponents by 16 points on average per game. But we also know they're not invulnerable. They defeated Stoughton and Monona Grove, but each team they defeated by 1 point only.
Right, yeah. They've had some very close games, and I've noticed when going over their stats that it really comes down to a few of their key players. If, for some reason, for instance, number 30, Sydney Hilliard, were to not be on her game tonight for any reason, that's a third of their points on average gone right there.
She is a monster, too. Number 30, a sophomore guard, Sydney Hilliard, 19.8 points per game, 63.8% from the free throw line, 8.4 rebounds a game. She's got D1 offers already as a sophomore level. Colleges are already recruiting her. Her game high so far is 33 against Edgewood. She's had double-digit points in all but one of her games.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what she brings to the court tonight. But, of course, our own Panthers obviously have things to contribute as well. I mean...
Yeah, let's match her up against the Panthers star, junior power forward / center Ellen McCorkle, 15.6 points per game, 76% from the free throw line, and 11.6 rebounds. I mean, she's averaging a double-double a game.
Exactly. You don't want to discount just because, I mean, Monroe's got the superior numbers on paper, but this is in no way a decided game.
No, I am looking forward to this one. I'm looking for a battle tonight. I'm not looking for Monroe to walk all over Oregon or vice versa. I think this one is going to be just like the JV game we saw. Yeah,
I think the Badger South Conference in general is a very competitive conference, and in general, when you see these rivalry games, they're always fun to watch. There's a lot of good competition going on.
I also have a good friend who has become proficient in dad jokes. So I asked her to equip me with a number of cheese-related puns.
Oh, okay.
To punctuate the broadcast.
I will look forward to that then.
All right, folks. OCAmedia is proud to thank the following sponsors that are always helping out with our broadcasts, helping us bring these to you. Oregon Community Bank, Feel Good Banking. The William R. Torhorst and Associates, your hometown insurance agency that's doing big things. Stoughton Hospital, Oregon Urgent Care and Sports Medicine Clinic. Trusted care close to home. Maria's Pizza, a little slice of Italy right here in Oregon. The Oregon Chamber of Commerce, promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses and the Oregon community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. Check out OregonAthleticBoosters.com for details. And finally, OCAmedia wishes to thank the Oregon School District for its ongoing support. So just before the game gets going here, the teams are about to clear off. We're going to go to an interview that Sean conducted with Coach Corey Seeloff, varsity coach for the girls team, in just a moment.
You haven't had a home game in like 6 weeks. Are you glad to be back to Oregon? What's the best part?
It's nice to be home. It's a little odd. I mean, we haven't played here since December 9th, so it's good to be home. We've been on the road a lot, and that's tough. It's hard on the kids during finals. It's a lot of travel, but it's nice to be home. It's nice for the kids to play in front of their home fans, the home crowd, especially with the event we have going on tonight. It's just nice to be in our own gym for once.
Who's your, if you had to pick a player of the week, or what do you want us to look for on the court?
Sure. I mean, I think we have to go to Ellen McCorkle. She's our, 6'2" junior center. She scored 24 points against MG a couple weeks ago. She's our leading scorer. She's just an incredible inside player and talent, but, we have a couple sleeper kids. Katie Ewell has really been scoring a lot from the outside for us, and Danica Kiesling is just a slasher that's super athletic, that's looking to come. And tonight we get who should have been our starting point guard all year, back for the first time. She's been injured all season, and she's going to get playing time for the first time. She just got cleared, so we're excited to have Taylor Schmidt back tonight.
Great. Would you mind telling us a little bit about the event and the charity that this money is going to?
Yeah, absolutely. The charity is called Camp Kesem. It's a camp for kids whose parents have been affected by cancer in some way, and it's just an opportunity to let them be kids again and experience that joy while they're going through this really hard struggle with a parent with cancer. So they came in and talked to our girls beforehand. We thought that was important because they're all about community and family, and we need our girls to really rally around each other, have each other's backs, and be a team and support each other. And that's kind of what we're going to be motivated by tonight. We have a couple kids that attend the camp whose mom is battling cancer, and we've had kids over the year. A couple of kids have lost parents, and so we're playing in their honor tonight, and we're really happy to be helping fundraise for this charity.
By providing a 2-week-long summer camp experience and year-long peer support for kids whose parents have been affected by cancer in some way. Camp Kesem at UW-Madison is operated by 90 student volunteers and each year serves 175 campers ages 6 to 16. And now here with us tonight to say a few words about Camp Kesem, please welcome Camp Counselor Bo Wilkinson.
Hello everyone, thank you for being here tonight. Like he said, I'm Bo. I'm from Camp Kesem, UW-Madison, and our goal as Camp Kesem is to provide a free week of summer camp for kids whose parents have been affected by cancer. Now, the goal with our camp is to provide a week of fun and a way to escape the burden that cancer is putting on their lives. We do this for free. Our families do not pay a cent. And in order to do this, we spend the entire school year raising money. Our goal this year is to serve 225 kids, and that will require $190,000. To give you a little taste of what camp is like, I have my friend here, Styles, and we're going to lead a camp song. So, I'll turn it over to Styles. You'll kind of pick up the motions as we're going. And so, I have Styles lead us up.
Hi, my name is Joe. And we're in Monroe. We got a wife and a dog and a family. One day, the boss came up and he was like, "Hey, Joe, get busy. Push the button with your hands. Push the button with your hands. Hi, it's Joe. And I work in a button factory. Got a wife and a dog and a family. One day, the boss came up and he was like, "Hey, Joe, get busy. Push the button with your hands. Push the button with your hands."
Oh, there goes our sound. It's going crazy here at the Oregon Gymnasium. Trying to get my eye on who's who here for the cheesemakers.
Thank you all for participating. We are so grateful that you've chosen us as your cause tonight, and every dollar goes to our cause. We're extremely grateful. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, to The colors are being presented tonight by the Oregon-Brooklyn VFW Post 10272. Ladies and gentlemen, the Oregon-Brooklyn VFW Post 10272. Thank you for your service to our country. And now here are tonight's starting lineups. For the Monroe Cheesemakers, starting at forward, a 5'10 senior, number 4, Jordan Hirschbrunner. At guard, a 5'6 senior, number 10, Lexi Hilliard. Starting at guard, a 5'8 sophomore, number 24, Emily Benchwall. At guard, a 5'9 sophomore, number 30, Sydney Hilliard. And starting at forward, a 6-foot junior, number 44, Sydney Matheson. The Cheesemakers are coached by Sam Matheson. And now for your Oregon Panthers! Starting at guard is 5'4 freshman, number 10, Peterson. At forward, a 6-foot senior, number 23, Annika Keeswin. Starting at guard, a 5'9 senior, number 24, Katie Ewell. At guard, a 6-foot sophomore, number 33, Sedona Roberts. And at center, a 6'2 junior, number 34, Ellen Laporto. Your Panthers are coached by Corey Seelock.
Monroe, the Cheesemakers. It's going to be Danica Keesling taking on Sydney Matheson in the tip-off circle. Ref gets Is everyone ready? And here we go. Tip one by the Cheesemakers, and they'll control on offense first. That's Sydney Hilliard, their star player, bringing it up, moving it across. This one around the outside. Now they're driving the lane, pass all the way out to the outside. Panthers defense holding here, not allowing them to get inside. Looking for that outside shot, can't find it. Good D from the Panthers with 17:40 to go here at the start of this game. Still looking for a way around the Cheesemakers all the way on the perimeter. Haven't gotten in except once. Now they drive to the hoop. Pull-up shot, no good. McCorkle with the rebound, and the Panthers without that first drive here with 17:25 to go. Izzy Peterson calling it out. Point guard freshman for them, bringing the ball up. Back to McCorkle at the top. Milling all the way across. Now back to Izzy. She'll look to get her team lined up. Katie Ewell, a dangerous outside shooter. Nothing to see there, though, and back to Danica Keesley. Panthers having similar trouble to the Cheesemakers. Now Izzy drives to the lane. Layup attempt hits the bottom of the backboard. Out of bounds, and it's the Cheesemakers' ball. Defense dictating early here in this game.
Yeah, definitely. No points yet, and we'll see how long that holds.
Yeah,
that often can be a good indication of how the game is going to be set.
I think so, especially for the Panthers. Keeping it slow like this, keeping the tempo where it is, I think that's what they want to do. All the way outside for the Cheesemakers. Continuing on the perimeter here. Panthers team still holding on the second possession with 16:40 to go. Nice move around to the outside. Still can't get it quite tight. A low angle shot and a score. What a basket from Sydney Matheson. Behind the backboard. Buries the two-pointer as Monroe has the first lead of the night. 2-0 on top of the Panthers. Izzy Peterson back to the hole. Now she'll kick out. Shot from Katie Ewell. Three-pointer. Katie Ewell dangerous from anywhere behind the arc, and she buries the three-pointer. Panthers immediately strike back, and they're on top 3-2 with 16:09 to go in the first half here. Cheesemakers from downtown as well, off the front of the rim, and board is grabbed by Danica Keesley. Panthers have another offensive opportunity. Peterson bringing this one up over to Danica. All the way across to Sedona Roberts. Nowhere to go on that side, and Izzy will try and get a reset from the top. Now she drives towards the lane, kick out to McCorkle. Back to Ewell. Inside to McCorkle, driving towards the hoop. Under layup and a score. 5-2. Panthers with 15:37 to go. McCorkle in the paint, very difficult to stop. 6'2", she's tall. She gets the layup there. Monroe for three. Again off the front of the rim. Rebound though, offensive putback and a foul. They get Danica Keesley for the foul. And number 24, Emily Benchwell, will go to the line and shoot two for the Cheesemakers.
Oregon foul is on Danica
Did you hear the one about the three basketball players that go to the Cheesemakers office?
Emily
I have not.
Benchwall at the line, shooting two.
First bucket, no good. Emily Benchwell will take her second shot here. 5-2 the lead for the Panthers. Visiting the Monroe Cheesemakers.
Now in for Oregon, Abby Schofield.
Schofield takes it, replacing his call for that first foul. There's the second shot, and so it's 5-3 in favor of the Panthers as the Panthers bring the ball up. Nice pass across. This one over to Katie Ewell. She's got the pick, but she continues to rotate the ball. Sedona Roberts driving to the hole, tries for the fallaway layup. Foul's going to be called, and this one's going against the Cheesemakers. It'll be Panther ball.
Monroe foul is on Emily Benchwall, her first
That
team
was Emily
first.
Benchwall who was fouled earlier. Panthers ball, Katie Ewell looking to inbound it. All the way out to the top of the key. Held there by Schofield. This one down low, Izzy back up to the top. Katie Ewell has it there, leaves it for Abby. Pass nearly intercepted, but Izzy controls. Moves this one over to Ellen near the outside lane. Circling it around it, Monroe doing a nice job still keeping the Panthers out of the zone. Defense is very good on track here early. Katie Ewell at the top. Now inside to McCorkle. McCorkle underneath. Looks for a way up. And they're going to get her for the travel. One too many hops there. So difficult underneath as you're trying to pivot on those feet. The Cheesemakers bringing the ball up, and the person, City Hilliard, their star, 19.8 points per game. circles this one across, and they move towards the lake. Now a long shot from 44, again off the front of the rim. Have not been good from three-point land. What a hold by Sedona Roberts. But they're going to get Izzy for a foot out. Man, Sedona Roberts there, everything she could do on one toe to get that ball back in.
Yeah, that was a fantastic effort. Everything you want to see in order to try to keep the ball in play.
And the Panthers end up with a possession out of it. 14:25 to go. They lead this game 5-3 over the Monroe Cheesemakers. Sedona Roberts along two, and it's good. It was on the line, so it's only good for two, but that's about as long as it gets. And she puts her team up 7-3. Now the Panthers rolling here early in the first half. Monroe all the way out to the top. Move this one across to the other side. Now back to Sydney. Nice down low, a long two again from behind the backboard. They've taken that low angle shot twice. It worked for them the first time, not so this time. Great pass from Ella McCorkle, and Izzy Peterson brings us up. Outlet pass to Katie Ewell for the layup on the left side, no good. Rebound, no good as well off the front, and Monroe comes up with it. Monroe's going to settle this one down in transition. Two opportunities for the Panthers, couldn't get the layups to go, and 7-3 remains the score in favor of Oregon with 13:37 to go in the first half. Once again along the outside, Monroe, they take a step in, can't go anywhere, and they'll back out to the three-point arc. Traveling the call. Going to get a couple of subs in here for Monroe. Oregon looking very sharp early on both ends.
I think it's interesting. When I interviewed the coach before the game, Coach Seeloff said something, was very excited to have junior point guard Taylor Schmidt back. Yet we have not seen her in this game.
No, I have not. It's been Izzy Peterson getting the start, the freshman. Ellen McCorkle underneath, now hard off the glass, and she makes the score. Second basket for Ellen, a great play, but you're absolutely right in regards to Taylor Schmidt. I see her on the bench there. She's in uniform.
Yeah, it's not like they've needed her yet. It's just interesting that she'd mentioned that perhaps they're saving her for the second half.
Yep, and it may be an issue of, just coming back. Maybe that injury got aggravated, and this is going to be an and one for Sydney Matheson. Reverse layup. She buries the bucket and takes the foul. And so she'll be at the line to shoot 9-5, potentially 9-6 if she can make this. McCorkle draws that foul. Drains it. Excellent work from Sydney Matheson. And the Panthers will bring it up, leading 9-6 here with 12:52 to go in this first half. Izzy Peterson takes the pick, rolls all the way to the outside, cuts back in, high off the glass, and a score. And it's 11-6, a 5-point lead for Oregon on a great shot from Izzy Peterson.
You know what, I don't want to jinx it early, but so far what we have not seen the dominant team that Monroe's numbers would suggest.
Nope, there's Sydney Matheson, though. A nice play off the glass, gets her own rebound, can't make the score, but gets the foul. But you're absolutely right, Oregon not ahead by 5 by accident. They're playing incredibly well. Sedona Roberts gets called for that foul, shooting foul, and Sydney Hilliard will have 2 chances. There he's the first one. And there, speaking of Taylor Schmidt, she checks into the game now, replacing Izzy Peterson. Sydney Hilliard puts up her second, and it's good. And so the score now 11-8. Panthers on the lead.
Actually, Peterson is still out there.
Oh,
so
I'm sorry. You're correct. Izzy is in. So Izzy and Taylor both on, both point guards here. Kick out to Katie Ewell on the far side for 3 from downtown, and a brutal bank shot for the score. Oh, Katie Ewell getting it done. That's her second 3-point basket in as many attempts this game. 14-8, the Panthers lead as Hilliard brings it up. Move this one across to Ellis Acoster. Back to Benchwall. Benchwall inside. Nice pass inside to Hilliard. She goes for the left-handed layup. Can't make it. And Schofield with the rebound for the Panthers. Here comes Izzy Peterson. Peterson challenged hard. Nice job right at the line from Hilliard there. But Peterson able to dribble her way out. She handles the ball very well. Taylor Schmidt now with first time with her hands on the ball. Katie Ewell, a head fake, goes to the basket. Shot! Little bit short. Clanged off the rim, no good. And Monroe's got the rebound. They'll come up on offense this way. Emily Bonchwall drives in, now kicks this one all the way out. Hilliard at the top of the key, across. Cheesemakers looking for a way in. They trail 14-8 against the Oregon Panthers here at the Oregon High School Gymnasium. Nice drive. It looked like a few too many steps, and they can't get it to go. Katie Ewell with a great rebound. Boy, in and out. A heartbreaker for Monroe. Izzy Peterson now all the way across to Katie. Thinks about the three, but pulls it down. Back to Taylor Schmidt on the opposite side. Taylor with a shot fake to the hoop. No good, but she gets her own rebound. Oh, and the pass is intercepted by Jordan Hillsbrunner. Hillsbrunner will bring this one up for the Cheesemakers. All the way across, picked off by Schofield. Both teams trying a couple of long passes, not having much success with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's still early in the game. There's not necessarily that need for frantic long passes. Oregon certainly can afford to be a little more cautious in this game.
Without a doubt, that patience has paid off for them so far. Panthers have the ball now, looking for a pass to get it over to Katie Ewell. Katie Ewell with another great head fake and across to Izzy Peterson. Peterson down to Taylor. Back to Taylor at the three-point line. Head fake into the lane. She gets tripped. Goes down hard, and that'll be a foul against Monroe. Panther ball. Actually, they're going to call that one a shooting foul. She's going to go to the line for two.
Yeah, I mean, she did get the shot up and almost to the basket there.
Yep. So shooting foul, 2 shots for Taylor Schmidt.
Now in for Monroe, Lexi Hilliard and Sydney Matheson. And in for Oregon,
Nope. We thought better of it, and now we're actually going to make that a non-shooting foul. So no shooting foul there. Panthers will just have the ball. Izzy Peterson to the top of the key. Picks up her dribble, now she's got nowhere to go. Gets it to Danica, goes off her hands though, but thankfully it goes off the hands of Sydney Matheson, and it will remain Panther ball in the out of bounds. 10:09 to go. Panthers leading this game 14-8, playing very well against a very tough Monroe Cheesemakers team, who are currently leading the Badger South Conference with 6-0 record this year. Taylor Schmidt all the way out towards the top of the floor. Back across to Abby Schofield. Taylor Schmidt now, nice head fake as she goes towards the lane. Layup and a score! Taylor Schmidt looking back to form in her first game back here. First drive goes for a score. Well, that was her second drive. Her first drive went for a foul, playing very well early in this game.
And you can tell her teammates, the student section, the parents, everyone is happy to have Taylor Schmidt back playing.
Thrilled to see her. Sydney Matheson lays that one up. 16-10 for the Panthers, but absolutely the whole place erupted when Taylor got that first basket. We'll see if that leads to many more. A high layup attempt from Izzy Peterson. No good, but the Panthers retain possession. Knocked out by number 10, Lexi Hilliard from Monroe. Checking back in is Ellen McCorkle and Caitlin Shrimp for Oregon. Inbounding this one will be Peyton Spildy. This is her first game of the year. If the stats I gathered are correct, this is her first game playing for Varsity. Oh, a steal from Sydney Hilliard. She's racing to the basket. She's going to get there first, and the layup is good to go.
Hilliard had no one from Oregon ahead of her to block.
Nope, she runs. She's got a heck of a motor. Gets running quick, and she brings her team within 4, 16-12 in favor of the Panthers now. McCorkle underneath gets fouled as she go up, and that'll be 2 shots for her. See who the foul is against here. This is going to go against 44, Sydney Matheson. And Ellen will go to the line for 2. Ellen shooting 76.2% from the free throw line this year. Buries the first one. Second shot on the way. Clangs off the rim and a rebound from Monroe. So 1 for Ellen. Her team now leads 17-12 over the Cheesemakers as they bring the ball up. Kick this one all the way across down low to the opposite side. And now bring it back up. Try to feed it inside. Nowhere to go. Defense from Danica and Ellen. And they continue to force them to the outside. Good D from the Panthers early in this game. Carrying it is Hillsbrunner. Now back across to the top. Sydney Hilliard with the ball. Picks up her dribble. Nice inside pass, but they can't go anywhere with it. Hilliard back in. Goes for the pull-up jumper. No good. Off the back of the rim. Great pass out from McCorkle, and Oregon's going to bring this one. Carrying it is Caitlin Shrimp. Gets it to McCorkle at the top. McCorkle for 3, and she sinks it. Oh, from nowhere. No jump, just fires it right into the hoop. And her team leads 20-12. What a shot.
That's the sort of thing you don't expect to see necessarily out of McCorkle, but she can fire off those shots too.
No, a 6'2" center, not the prototypical outside shooter. And there, she just shows all the skills that she's got. Unfortunately, there she's going to get tagged with the shooting foul against 44 Sydney Matheson. Matheson will go to the line for 2. But Ellen McCorkle so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points in this game, and that's a big reason why the Panthers are on top, 20-12. Matheson with her first bucket. Katie Ewell and Sedona Roberts both check back in for Oregon.
Sedona Roberts and Katie Ewell.
Second shot on its way. No good for Matheson, and Ewell with the rebound. And here come the Panthers. Sedona Roberts carrying it on the far side. Gets a nice pick from Kiesling. Can't get it inside, though, and she'll kick it out to Danica. Danica tries to drive it now out to Katie Ewell. Back over to Schrimpf. Schrimpf looks for the drive. She gets this one in. Layup, it's good. 3 times they attempted. The third one goes, and Caitlin Schrimpf with the score. 22-13 now. Oregon 9 points over Monroe. Sydney Hilliard nearly travels, able to get that one out. Pass inside to her goes nowhere, and now they'll kick this one all the way along the outside.
Caitlin Schrimpf is the other great example of a freshman that this team has used to great effect this season.
Absolutely. You see her playing well there. A great steal from the Panthers. A battle along the outside, and we'll get the jump ball. Sedona Roberts fighting for everything she's worth against Lexi Hilliard. And the possession arrow in favor of Oregon. They will retain possession here. Danica Kiesling will inbound it for the Panthers. Gets it to teammate Sedona Roberts. Roberts looks for the charge, can't get it to go, and moves back along the outside. Katie Ewell now over to Jamie Schrimpf. Oh, and an interception from Sydney Hilliard. She's good in transition here. She gets the pass across. Great pass across to number 12, Rachel Meyer, who makes the score. And boy, that's a really dangerous player. Not only is she individually talented, but she's unselfish, willing to make that pass and get her team the basket.
I was getting a little sense of deja vu until I saw that she actually had a defender in front of her this time, but she totally knew where that ball had to go and just passed right over to Rachel Meyer.
Excellent play, and on the out of bounds, the ball will be back with Monroe. Cheesemakers trail by 7, and Oregon on top 22-15 with 6:47 to go in this first half. Ball being brought up by the aforementioned Sydney Hilliard. Monroe moving that one along the three-point line. Meyer tries to drive, no good. Hilliard with the ball, also tries for a drive. Great crossover, and she draws the foul as she cuts back. It's going to be Katie Ewell whistled there. 5th foul against the Panthers in this half.
Oregon fouls on Katie Ewell, her first, team's 5th. Now in for Monroe, Emily Benchwall.
Emily Benchwall checks back in for the Cheesemakers. Sydney Hilliard will have it out of bounds and try to inbound it to her team here. Good D from the Panthers. They have to flick it all the way out to the top where it's carried by Rachel Meyer. Benchwall kicks this one out to Hillsbrunner. Now back to Hilliard. Inside, can't get it to go. Hilliard battles, but it's held. What a hold by the Panthers. Great job. Oh, and Izzy gets called for the travel. Sedona Roberts, a second great play there at the baseline. Unfortunately, a travel from Izzy Roberts. Excuse me, Izzy Peterson. Don't know why I called her Roberts there. Hilliard's inbound from Monroe. Again, all the way out to the top. Good D from the Panthers here. Monroe moving it. Oh, they got it inside to Hilliard. She cuts across, goes for the layup, and gets it. Circles that one all the way around, and it's 22-17 now. Monroe within 5 as Izzy Peterson brings this one up for the Panthers. Across to Jamie Schrimpf. Now it's to Katie Ewell. Ewell inside to Abby Schofield. Back to Katie Ewell. She's able to pick it up a little bit off target, but Katie Ewell gets it before it goes out of bounds. Izzy has this one at the top. Back to Schofield. Schofield across to Ewell. Nice chest shot from Sedona Roberts. Just off the inside of the rim. No good. And now Monroe has this. Hilliard hits Hillsbrunner quickly in transition. All the way out to 24 for a long three-pointer, and it's good. Emily Benchwall with a three-pointer from downtown. And the Monroes once again within 2. This is as close as they've been since the start of the game with 5:18 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, I think Monroe is really starting to heat up here. They might have just started a little cold, but we're starting to see the team that we've seen for the past 12 weeks out of Monroe.
Katie Ewell a little strong on the three-pointer, but Hillsbrunner travels, and it'll be the Panthers' ball. First missed three-pointer for Katie Ewell. She's got 2 of them already on the game, and the Panthers still do have that 2-point lead. 5:04 to go in the first period. Inbound comes to Izzy Peterson. She'll bring it up. Possession arrow currently favors Monroe. Peterson gets the pick. Kicks it all the way out to Katie Ewell. Head fake and towards the lane. Swing of a layup, no good. And picked up by Monroe. Hillsbrunner carrying it on the near side. Oh, a hard jump there. It goes for the shot from the lane. Bounces, no good. Attempted offensive rebound. Everyone tapping it in. Hillsbrunner comes away. Going for the layup. She draws the foul. And she's going to shoot 2 here as she draws the foul from Oregon. Jamie Shrimp draws her first foul there. 6th foul. So now Monroe going to be shooting 1-1 and any further fouls in this half. Hillsbrunner's first offering, no good. Caitlin Shrimp and Danica Kiesling replace Sedona Roberts and Abby Schofield with 4:34 to go in the first. Jordan Hillsbrunner no good on the second attempt, and Danica Kiesling with a great rebound. Nice pass to Katie Ewell, and they break out of the press very easily. Here comes Izzy Peterson. She likes what she sees all the way across. They get this one inside. Going for the shot. Gets fouled. Nice job by Jamie Shrimp to draw the foul on that one. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. And we're going to get a timeout from Monroe. Let both of these teams sort things out. So 22-20, 4:22 to go here in the first half. Oregon sitting on 6 fouls, Monroe sitting on 4. Much more evenly matched game than I think the stats would have suggested, and a game that's really looking good so far.
Yeah, I was admittedly a little nervous coming into this game, but we've really seen some great things from both teams, especially the Panthers, as they're still leading this game. And they could very well hold that lead going all the way into the half easily.
The thing that I'm thinking about this game is definitely tempo. You can see in players like Sydney Hilliard and Jordan Hillsbrunner, Monroe has a fast team. They can score points in transition, and Oregon has limited that damage quite a lot. Hilliard had the 1 breakaway, and then she had the 2-on-1 break. But aside from that, they've really kept the game much more methodical, I think, than probably Monroe would like to play.
Right, yeah. Monroe definitely thrives on that speed, and Oregon simply doesn't. So if Oregon can keep it at the tempo they want, they'll do fine.
Timeout over, and we're going to send Jamie Shrimp to the line. 5'10" senior center for the Panthers. First one easily in, and the Panthers are out to a 23-20 lead. Shrimp's second attempt hits off the backside, and it's going to be Oregon ball. Monroe fighting each other as they go for it, and Oregon retains possession.
Yeah.
It'll be Katie Ewell for the inbound as the Panthers have another shot here, leading 23-20 with 4:21 to go. Got to get this one going. And we'll get the 5-second violation against the Panthers, so indeed Monroe will come out of that free throw no worse for the wear. No, I'm sorry. Shrimp's going to be tagged with a foul. And so now Monroe into the bonus. They'll be shooting 1-1 when they get fouled next. Trying to work this one inside. Nice work to the inside. Matheson with a score off the inside part of the rim. Sydney Matheson brings her team back within 1 point now. 4:03 to go in the first half as Izzy Peterson carries it for the Panthers. Peterson accelerates and kicks this one across to Shrimp. Back to the top. Oh, Katie Ewell wide open. No good, though. Misses to the left. and it's picked up by Hillsbrunner from Monroe. Sydney Hilliard will carry it now. Nice outlet pass. They drive towards the lane. Pull-up jumper. And it's good. And Monroe retakes the lead now for only the second time this game. They're on top by 24-23 after the basket by Emily Benchwell. Katie Ewell inside to Danica Kiesling. Layup too strong. Picked up by Hilliard on the rebound and a foul. And that foul's going to go against Danica Kiesling. We're going to get 1-1 from Sydney Hilliard from Monroe.
I know you folks out there at home are probably watching this live, but this and everything we've ever filmed is available on DVD. So if you're interested in owning a copy of this, and I think this is going to be an exciting game, one you're going to want to watch over and over again. Copies of this and all OCAmedia programs are available. Call 291-0148 or visit OCAmedia.com for more information.
Hilliard with the first one. Her team now out to a 25-23 lead. Looking to pick up the back half. Second free throw is good. 26-23 Cheesemakers on top with 3:29 to go in the first half. Izzy Peterson with the ball for the Panthers. Cuts across, driving hard now, looking for a way in. Kicks this one out. Up to the top of the key to Caitlin Shrimp. Shrimp tries in, a little short though. And Sydney Hilliard comes up with the rebound. Hilliard all the way out to Benchwall. Benchwall drives in for the layup, and it's good. Emily Benchwall with another two-pointer. And we're going to get a timeout from Coach Corey Seeloff here. 28-23 the lead now for Monroe. They have just stormed back as the Panthers held them off. Now we started to see some of those transition points we talked about at the last stoppage.
Yeah, the Panthers are really feeling the pressure now, and they have something of a history with this. Just their last game, actually, they started out really well in the first half. They led Milton, but then Milton really kicked it into high gear and got ahead of them in the second half, and Milton ended up winning that game. So they have a very recent history of this that they got to face, and they got to work on just keeping the game back down to the tempo that they want.
Yeah, and what we've seen is sort of transition points that you wouldn't expect. That those rebounds have been hard fought and should give them time to retreat back into defense. But it seems like they're hanging around, trying to grab an extra board, trying to get another hand on it, and that leaves somebody uncovered for the Cheesemakers.
Yeah. The last couple of scoring plays that we've seen have all been from Sydney Hilliard's assists. Like, really, she's been about halfway down the court, running full speed, and has clearly seen where the ball needs to go ahead of her, makes that lightning decision, and passes it up for the win.
Hilliard pushing the ball very well to her teammates. Very unselfish player. Not a characteristic you see in stars all the time. Great chest shot from behind the arc, short for the Panthers, and this one's picked up by the Cheesemakers, and again, Sydney Hilliard's going to carry it. Hilliard across to Hillsbrunner. Hillsbrunner can't get in, though, and the Panthers set up on defense. Great tip from Caitlin Shrimp. Steps in front of that pass. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay Monroe ball, but a nice breakup. 2:39 to go in this first half. 28-23 the lead for Monroe visiting the Oregon Panthers here. Three-point shot coming up. Hits off the front of the rim, no good. Great rebound grab by Sedona Roberts, who gets it over to Izzy Peterson, and the Panthers will have another attempt on offense here. Coach Seeloff not happy, looking for a foul call on that one. The referee unmoved, and the Panthers will continue on offense. Caitlin Shrimp at the top of the key. Spins around to the free throw line, now gets this one across. Sedona Roberts drives to the lane, goes up hard. Lots of contact, no call, and now we get the call. Abby Schofield found from behind. And she's going to shoot two as she heads to the line.
Monroe fouls on Sydney Matheson, her second, team's fifth. Abby Schofield at the line, shooting two.
Schofield in and out on her first shot. 33.3% from the free throw line, a bit lower than you'd like to see. We'll see if she can't get the second one here. Second shot's good, and it's 28-24 in favor of Monroe as Sydney Hilliard brings the ball up. This one to the top now, all the way across to Sydney on the opposite side. Move it back to Rachel Meyer. Inside pass, losing control, and it's going to be picked up by Schofield. Turnover for the Panthers. Here comes Sedona Roberts. She's got a little bit to look at as she heads towards the lane. Picks up now and gives it back to Abby. Izzy Peterson at the top, directing traffic. Moves it over to Caitlin Schrempf. Inside to Schofield. Schofield, pass intercepted and picked up by Hilliard. Hillsburner got a hand on it, and Hilliard comes away with the ball. And now Monroe driving toward the lane. That's going to be a foul. Fouled hard there is number 24, Emily Benchwall, and she'll go to the line for 1-1.
Oregon fouls on Izzy Peterson, her first, team's ninth. Emily Benchwall at the line, shooting two.
Benchwall with the score there. 29-24 from Monroe.
Oregon, Haley Ewell.
Second shot no good, and Abby Schofield has it for the Panthers. Izzy Peterson now on the far side. Cross to Sedona Roberts. Inside pass to Schofield, back to Roberts. Kick it to Katie Ewell and back to Izzy. Izzy looks like she's got a way in. Nope, leaves it off. So carried by Peyton Spildy. Spildy's pass goes errantly. It'll be out of bounds. Monroe ball. Checking in for Monroe is Rachel Meyer, number 12, as Sydney Hilliard carries it up for them. Hilliard looks to drive the lane early here. Heads right for it. Layup and a score. Sydney Hilliard with another layup. She's got 8 points so far in this game. Her team leads 31-24 over the Panthers. Sedona Roberts with it now for the Panthers. Inside to Katie Ewell. Kicks it out now to Izzy. Izzy decides to go back inside. Now kicking it out to Peyton Spildy. Back to Izzy. She's got a long look. Decides to pull it back down. Spildy trying to find her way in. Can't do it. Gets this one all the way across to Izzy at the top of the key. Leaves off for Schofield. Schofield's got a lot of room. Up to Sedona Roberts. Roberts drives. And we're going to get the blocking foul. That goes against Kuzler. That's her third foul, number 32 for Monroe. Katie Ewell will inbound it for the Panthers. 28.8 seconds left in this first half. Panthers trail by 7, 31-24 against the Monroe Cheesemakers. Ewell's got to get a teammate open here. Can't do it, and it's a 5-second violation, and Monroe gets a turnover off of the inbound.
Now in for Monroe, Emily Benchwall.
Emily Benchwall checks in. Kaylin Conway will head to the bench for Monroe as Sydney Hilliard brings this one up with 25 seconds to go in this first half. Her team leads by 7 as she patiently takes it to the top. Izzy Peterson providing the defense. Hilliard steps and steps back. Looking for a drive here. She cuts to the left. Crossover dribble. Pull-up shot. No good off the front of the rim. And it's going to be Panthers ball. Hilliard crashed to grab that rebound. Nearly got a hold of it. Inbounding this one will be Peyton Spildy. She gives it off to Izzy. He'll carry it up. 4 seconds to go. Goes right for the hoop. Layup attempt. Little bit strong. Rebound confused, and that will end this first half. Oh boy, after a first half that I felt like Oregon really dominated for the majority of the time, that speed offense of Monroe turns out to be a little bit too much for them to handle, at least early in this game. Monroe walks into the locker rooms with a halftime lead of 31-24.
Yeah, I mean, just a few minutes ago, this was not the outcome we were expecting of this first half. The Panthers showed all the signs of dominating the Cheesemakers entirely, and there didn't seem to be a stop to that. And then just all of a sudden, Monroe got their momentum going, and the Panthers haven't really been able to recover from it yet.
No, and Coach Seeloff at halftime, and I suppose in the interest of full disclosure, Coach Seeloff is my sister. The name is not a coincidence. But she's going to have to talk with her team regarding these sort of transition baskets that Monroe is able to get, these kind of run and gun offense that they like to use.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big effort on the part of the entire Oregon team to set this up. And it looks like we've got something going on down on the court there. Everybody's shooting for prizes.
Yep, I think this is the pay-for-shot fundraiser that they like to do at halftime. Pay a couple of bucks and get out there and take a half-court shot. Looks like a lot of the kids from the camp are in there as well. But just before we go to break here, if you're Oregon, what do you want to change, particularly about what happened toward the last half of that first half?
I think it's getting your opportunities for scoring back. I noticed before Monroe really started to tangibly take over this game, Oregon's lead stopped increasing for about 5 minutes. I didn't say anything about it then, but I just thought that was kind of odd. Like, hey, they're still leading, but they're leading by the same increment, and then it started going down, and Monroe surpassed them. Oregon's got to get their smart opportunities for smart baskets back.
I think you're absolutely right. I think Oregon hit a bit of a dry spell in terms of shooting. We'll see if they can correct that when they come back from this first half. We're going to go to a quick break, folks, and we'll be right back. You're watching OCAmedia's presentation of live Oregon Panther girls hockey. Don't go anywhere.
This program is made possible in part with support from our generous sponsors. Oregon Community Bank. Feel good banking. William R. Torhorst and Associates, your hometown insurance agency that's doing big things. Stoughton Hospital. Oregon Urgent Care and Sports Medicine Clinic. Trusted care close to home. Maria's Pizza. A little slice of Italy right here in Oregon. The Oregon Chamber of Commerce, promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses and the community of Oregon. A special thanks to the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. OCAmedia wishes to thank the Oregon School District for its ongoing support.
At Oregon Community Bank, our purpose for over 38 years has been to serve our customers. Our goal is to help them improve their financial lives with innovative banking products and services, coupled with unparalleled customer service. Doing banking the right way, bringing our skills and expertise to improve the financial stability to individuals and businesses is how we have grown. We call this Feel Good Banking. So give us a call. Drop into one of our convenient branches or connect online at OregonCommunityBank.com. Feel good about banking again.
goes to Monroe.
Welcome back. It's going to be the Monroe Cheesemakers with the ball here to start the second half. They lead 31-24 over the Oregon Panthers, and they're on offense to start here. Sydney Hilliard at the top of the line. Across to Hillsbrunner. Back over to Matheson. Matheson from downtown clangs off the top of the backboard and out of bounds, and it'll be Oregon ball to start with them.
This is definitely shaping up to be one that you are going to want to own at home. Remember, copies of this and all OCAmedia programs are available. Call 291-0148 or visit OCAmedia.com for more information. Heck, even if it's during business hours during the weekdays, stop by our office, 900 Market Street, and we will be happy to talk to you about owning a copy of this.
Ellen McCorkle, pull-up jumper from the free throw line, no good, but a great offensive board from Katie Ewell. McCorkle picks it up at the free throw line, now kicks it out. Underneath to Danica Kiesling. Kiesling with the layup, in and out. Oh, a heartbreaker as it rolls out. And Monroe comes with the ball. Jordan Hillsbrunner now carrying that one as she goes all the way into the far corner. Hilliard inside, great inside pass, hacked, no good. And the Panthers will have this one. Great inside pass to Sydney Matheson, but a killer block from the Panthers. Inside, oh, what a pickoff. The aforementioned Matheson intercepts that pass intended for Ellen McCorkle. And here comes Sydney Hilliard. Hilliard with an easy drive and a score. And again in transition, the Cheesemakers make the Panthers pay. They're ahead 33-24 now with 16:44 to go in the second half. Danica Kiesling at the top of the arc for the Panthers, across to Sedona Roberts. Now to Izzy Peterson on the near side. Izzy circling, looking for a way in instead to McCorkle. It's Katie Ewell at the top. Inside to McCorkle, loses the handle, and here comes Hilliard. Hilliard's got speed, and she's got a player across. That's number 10, Lexi Hilliard. Lexi's shot comes up short, and Ellen McCorkle with the rebound. Nice pickup from Ellen there, keeps this deficit to 9. Great pass to Sedona Roberts. Roberts can't get through the D. Inside to Danica Kiesling, fouled as she goes up. And she'll go to the line for 2. A nice sequence there for the Panthers in transition this time, and they draw the foul for the 2 shots.
Yeah, they started off the half a little rush there, but now I think they've got it all back under control, and we'll see what Kiesling can do.
Shot good as well. And she brings the Panthers back to within 7, 33-26, the lead for the Cheesemakers as they carry this one up with 16:06 to go in the second half. Inside to Matheson, now out to Hillsbrunner. All the way across to bench wall, now to Hilliard. Cheesemakers circling this one nicely, but they can't find anything to do with it. Hilliard crossover, can't get it to go. Now an inside pass to Matheson. Turns around, underhand layup, and a score. What a job from Sydney Matheson to get those 2 points. Gives her team an 11-point lead, 35-26. Ellen McCorkle now over to Sedona Roberts. Roberts inside to Kiesling. Inside to McCorkle, and what a play. A little give and go. Ellen McCorkle picks up 2 points. 35-28 now. For a drive, can't find it, and they'll kick this one back out to Benchwall. Benchwall now goes up. Pull-up jumper from 10 feet. Clangs off the rim twice, but she grabs her own rebound and fires it all the way out to Hillsbrunner at the top. Matheson for 3, no. Instead to Hilliard. Turnaround shot and a back score. Sydney Hilliard looking good on the floor again. 4 points already in this half. Her team's up 37-28. Katie Ewell for 3, couple of feet behind the arc, and she's great! Katie Ewell making it look easy. Brings the Panthers within 6, 37-31 Monroe with 14:40 to go in the second half. Inside pass to Matheson, air ball, picked up by McCorkle, and the Panthers will have a nice possession here. Only trailing by 6 as Sedona Roberts brings it up along the near side. Roberts picks up her dribble, needs a pass. Danica Kiesling provides, and she'll have it at the top of the key. Back to Sedona, and we get it inside to Ellen McCorkle. McCorkle turns around underneath, hits the bottom side of the glass, but Danica fighting for it, looks to grab it. Nice job by Monroe to come away with it, though. And Sydney Hilliard will have it as she goes towards the three-point line. Looking to drive in, rams into McCorkle. That had to be a charge or a block. No call, though. And instead, she just picks up the 2-point bucket. Her team now up 39-31. Izzy Peterson picked up the dribble. She'll leave it off for Sedona Roberts. Katie Ewell at the top for the Panthers. Nowhere to go. Gets a pick. Looks for the three, but it's not there. Instead gives it to Izzy. Izzy looking to move inside. She finds a way there and drains it. Izzy Peterson with a little pull-up jumper. 2 points there and keeps her team within 6. 13:35 to go.
I noticed Monroe has definitely learned to guard Katie Ewell even at range.
Not going to give her a free one. That one she knocked down was just a sudden pull-up. But, yeah, they're definitely respecting the outside shot. Something we haven't seen very much from Monroe of really at all. Matheson goes up, can't get it to go, but covers the rebound. Again blocked up, and she's going to get the foul on McCorkle. I'm always a little mystified by basketball there. McCorkle with the foul. I don't know how when her drive earlier there were no fouls, and on this one sure looked like she got the ball.
Yeah.
At any rate, it's going to be Emily Bonchwall shooting two at the line. That's Ellen's third foul, too, and it looks like we're going to get number 42, Jamie Shrimp, checking in here. First free throw is good from Benchwell. McCorkle will go to the bench with 3 fouls. We'll see how that affects the complexion of this game. Definitely not a player you want on the bench for too long in terms of the Panthers' offense. Second free throw also good. Emily Benchwall adds 2, her team up 41-33 with 13:13 to go in the second half. Izzy Peterson circles to the top, picks up a pick from Katie Ewell, but remains outside the arc. Ewell back to Sedona Roberts on the near side. All the way out to Izzy Peterson. Peterson looks for the drive, no go. Katie Ewell sets up, fires a 3 off the inside of the rim. No good. And Monroe will have this one. Rachel Meyer parrying this for the Cheesemakers. Kicks it across, and that one's picked up by Benchwall, who knocked down those 2 free throws just a moment ago. 3-point attempts coming up from Madison Katzenberger. No good. And it's Izzy Peterson with the rebound for the Panthers. Izzy looks to score in transition. Now out to Katie Ewell. Katie Ewell again for 3. Off the front of the rim this time. Hustling for it is Danica Kiesling. She picks it up and gets it to Sedona Roberts. Roberts charges in, can't find a way though. Instead, Jamie Shrimp will shut up for a long 2. A little bit strong. And the Monroe Cheesemakers have a possession. What a job by Danica Kiesling on the end line there.
Yeah, we've seen several times in this game, Danica Kiesling has made various efforts to keep the ball in play, whether going for the jump ball or preventing it from going outside the boundaries.
Hustle player for the Panthers for sure. Off of a little bit of a scrum, the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Cheesemakers' ball on their own baseline. Sydney Hilliard looking to inbound it. Circles it inside to Rachel Meyer. She hits off the bottom of the rim, but it's going to be Sedona Roberts called for a foul. This should be a shooting foul. Rachel Meyer will go to the line for 2. Meyer with a deep sort of plunge here, and the first shot is no good. Everyone's got their own style for free throws.
Yeah.
There's no accounting for it. As long as it works for you, that's good enough.
You know, I've heard technically the granny shot is the most accurate, but I have yet to see that implemented in any game.
I heard this. I read an article, I can't remember where, but they said, yeah, statistically speaking, you're the most accurate. But the day I see that in the NBA is is the day I expect to be playing in the NBA. So Oregon takes the time out here. Coach Corey looking to get her team settled. They're only trailing by 8. 12:02 to go in the second half. Still plenty of time. Nobody in foul trouble with the exception of Ellen McCorkle. She's got 3 fouls already. No reason the Panthers can't charge back here.
Yeah, there's still definitely within striking range, and this game is far from over. You've got 12 minutes. Anything can happen at this point.
Rachel Meyer with her last shot coming up here off of the shooting foul from Sedona Roberts. Meyer again in that deep stance, fires one up, and it's good this time. Gets her team out to a 9-point lead, 42-33 with 12 minutes to go. Z Peterson all the way to the near side here, now cuts towards the lane. Kick out to Danica Kiesling.
If at any point in the next minute or so we lose sound or a camera feed, that's simply because probably one of our crew members won a raffle. They're doing a 50-50 raffle, and I'm sure there's quite a hefty prize with the kind of participation you see at events like tonight.
3-point shot in and out from Katie Ewell. A nice shot. Stopping up as Sydney Matheson takes a hit from behind, but no foul called. Monroe with a feed to Matheson and a score. What a play. Great job by number 22, Madison Katzenberger, to get her the feed, and now Monroe back out to an 11-point lead, 44-33 with 11:15 to go. Danica Kiesling out to Sedona Roberts. She almost loses control. Challenged at the half-court line, but she's able to get it back in. Inside feed to Katie Ewell. Can't cut toward the hoop, though. Katie Ewell's dribble is picked up. She gets it out to Sedona Roberts, and now to the top at Izzy Peterson. Peterson back to Jamie Shrimp. She's filling in for Ellen McCorkle, who's in a little bit of foul trouble here with 3 on the night. Sedona Roberts into Danica Kiesling. Back to Sedona. Sedona for a long 2, and she gets it. Sedona Roberts strikes that 2 from all the way at the line. 44-35 now. Cheesemakers on top. Move this one all the way across to Katzenberger. Back up to Matheson. Intercepted by Katie Ewell. And I think we're going to get the foul here against Matheson. Let's see what the call is. Call goes against Matheson. That's her 3rd foul as well. And so Beauregard will have the ball as McCorkle checks back in. Jamie Shrimp heads off. Taylor Schmidt coming in now for Sedona Roberts. We talked about Taylor earlier, been out all season with a calf injury. This is her first game back. We'll see if she can't ignite the Panthers here as they trail by 9 with 10:25 to go in the second half. Inside pass to McCorkle. McCorkle underneath, battling to get to the hoop. Free throw no good. Second layup is good, and McCorkle immediately strikes after coming back off the bench. Puts her team within 7. 10-11 to go as Sydney Hilliard brings it up for the Cheesemakers. Hillsbrunner's got it, now kicks it across to Kuster. Meyer trapped in the corner. She's able to get it out to Hilliard, though. Back up to Hillsbrunner at the top. Panthers D standing strong early here. Matheson at the top of the key, back to Hilliard. Hilliard to the free throw line, now kicks it back out. Rachel Meyer inside to Hilliard. McCorkle right on her. Can't get that pass through, and it's picked up. Great block by McCorkle, picked up by Taylor Schmidt, and she forces it ahead. Katie Ewell sitting at three-point land, instead back to Izzy. Danica Kiesling at the top, now back to Katie. Sets up for a 3, then pulls it down. Gets fouled as she heads towards the lane. Hand check against 32, Alyssa Kuster. That's going to be Kuster's 4th, if I'm not mistaken. That is indeed her 4th, and she'll check out of this game as a number of subs come back in for the Cheesemakers. 9:33 to go in the second half. 44-37. Monroe leads, but the Panthers have the ball in their own zone. Get this one up to Izzy Peterson. I don't know why I want to keep saying Roberts. Taylor Schmidt shorts that one from downtown, and a nice grab of the rebound by Kaylin Conway. She'll give it off to Hilliard. Hilliard across to Benchwall. Now back to Hilliard for 3, no good. But a Hillsbrunner with an offensive rebound for the Cheesemakers. They retain possession. First outside shot I think I've seen from Monroe tonight.
Yeah, the Panthers were almost three-man defense on that ball there, and when the ball got passed, there was no one left to protect from that outside shot. That looked like a great opportunity from Monroe.
Great finger roll from Hilliard there. She gets another 2-pointer, and 46-37 her team leads. Taylor Schmidt inside, lifts that one up and scores! Taylor Schmidt with a great shot, didn't even bother to use the backboard, and she buries it, takes the team back to within 7. Hillsbrunner now with it, gives it off to Conway. Inside to Hillsbrunner, looking for a way to get this one down low. Instead, she forces back out. Benchwall across to Hilliard and back to Hillsbrunner. Hillsbrunner challenging Danica Ellen McCorkle provides some assistance, and they still can't find their way in. Hilliard takes a step. Now to the hoop against McCorkle, and she scores. Sydney Hilliard, you can't stop her. You can't even really contain her. She is just killing it tonight. 8:08 to go. 9-point lead for the Cheesemakers. Izzy Roberts all the way to the hoop, and she's fouled. That foul's going to go against Sydney Hilliard. It'll be 2 shots for Izzy Peterson from the line. Izzy shooting 55.6% from the charity stripe this season so far. A freshman point guard playing very well for the Panthers tonight. In and out on the first attempt, but she's got one more coming. Second shot from Izzy Peterson is good. Panthers trail by 8, 48-40 with 8:03 to go in the second half. Sydney Hilliard carrying it from Monroe. Gets it off to Conway. Moves it across to bench wall. Back to Hilliard as she charges toward. Nice job by Danica to not allow her to get through. To the outside. Shot fake. Now out to Conway. Monroe circling the ball nicely, but the outside shots just aren't there for them, and they're having trouble getting inside against this Panthers defense. Hilliard back to Hillsbrunner at the top. Conway on the outside. Now carried by Lexi Hilliard. Sydney Hilliard at the top. Still nowhere for Monroe to go. Crashing in is 15. She's going to get called for the push here. That was Caitlin Shrimp, and she'll get called for the foul against Sydney Hilliard away from no shot, though. It'll be Monroe ball. Rachel Meyer checks in, replacing Emily Benchwall. It'll be Sydney Hilliard to bring the ball in for the Cheesemakers. Hilliard can't find one. Now she finds number 10, Lexi Hilliard. No good. And McCorkle with the rebound. Up to Izzy Peterson, and here comes Peterson. She's got Taylor Schmidt down low. Couldn't get the pass to her, and she'll just pull it up at the arc. Sedona Roberts now looks for a way in. Nice spin move. She loses her footing, though. Goes down. The ball comes up, and now Hillsbrunner's got to run here. She's got Hilliard behind. Forced into the corner. Good D from Taylor Schmidt. Setting up is Lexi Hilliard. Now across to Rachel Meyer. Back to Hillsbrunner. Looks for a way in. Nope. She'll leave it off for Conway at the top of the key. Sydney Hilliard for 3. Decides not to. Over to her sister Lexi. Inside to Sydney. Blocked. Broken up by Izzy Peterson. Great work, and Sedona Roberts is going to carry this. Izzy Peterson, only 5'5", leaps up and with a great steal there. Taylor Schmidt at the top of the key now. Back over to Izzy.
Sedona Roberts did a great job taking the ball there all the way under pressure. Even crossed over and avoided getting that ball potentially stolen.
Outstanding ball handling. Caitlin Shrimp, him underneath. Little strong. McCorkle with the rebound and the putback score. Ellen McCorkle brings her team within 6 now, 48-42, and it's going to be a timeout Monroe. And so the Panthers, after a lot of battling, a lot of fighting, they've closed the 7-point deficit they had at the start of this half by 1. They now trail only by 6. 6:19 to go in the second half.
Yeah, very overcomable, and we're going to see, I think, an even more invigorated Oregon offense as we keep going.
There definitely is some energy to this Oregon team, some life here. They are fighting. They're looking for their attempts. The thing that I see that's different right now, the only thing that I'm really seeing that Oregon is really doing better than Monroe is their three-point shooting. Katie Ewell was on the bench during that last sequence. We'll see if Coach Seeloff wants to bring her out here and get some more of those perimeter shots.
Yeah, their distance shooting is critical here in the final moments of the game.
All right, 6:19 to go in the second half. 48-42 is the lead for the Monroe Cheesemakers. They've got the ball at the baseline, and they'll bring it up in the person of Sydney Hilliard. Sydney moves outside as they get set up on offense. That one across to Benchwall. Back to Hillsbrunner and now to Rachel Meyer. Meyer across to Matheson. Over to Hillsbrunner. You get the sense that they want these swing passes to open up a lane, and they're just not finding it. Rachel Meyer at the top of the key. Chest shot for 3. Well short. Air ball. What a save from Sydney Hilliard, but it's picked up by Caitlin Shrimp. Shrimp wisely moves it over to Peterson, and the Panthers have the ball. Sedona Roberts for three. Little bit short, no good. And this one's picked up by Meyer, intercepted by McCorkle. McCorkle underneath, and she gets fouled by Matheson. And she'll go to the line to shoot two. That is Matheson's fourth foul. Foul trouble for her with 5:37 to go in this game. Ellen's got a chance to bring it within four. Buries the first one. 48-43 now as the Panthers continue to claw their way back. That is Ellen's 7th point in this half. 15th point in this game. No good there, and Hillsbrunner gets the rebound for the Cheesemakers. Shrimp challenges, but now they'll go back, play half-court ball. Sydney Hilliard carrying it, now kicks it across. They move this one all the way over. Hilliard all the way on the outside. Now back into Benchwall. Benchwall to Hillsbrunner. Nice defense from Shrimp. Keeps her on the outside. Kick this one across to Benchwall on the far side now. Back over to Lexi Hilliard. To Hillsbrunner to Sydney Hilliard. Lots of connections on the outside, but Monroe having trouble looking for that lane to the inside. Hillsbrunner now got an option. Blocked out as McCorkle. Shot's no good, but Sydney Hilliard gets the offensive board, and Monroe will reset. Heads back in. McCorkle challenges, but she gets the shot to go, and it's 50-33 on the strength of yet another Sydney Hilliard layup. Easy Peterson with the ball. Cuts towards the inside now, back out to the top of the arc. Danica Kiesling across to Ellen McCorkle. Inside to Kiesling. Kiesling goes up. Hard off the glass, tries to get her own rebound, and she's fouled. Danica Kiesling battling in the paint, draws the foul. She'll go to the line for two. And that's the 6th-team foul against Monroe. Oregon will be in the bonus on their very next foul. Katie Ewell has checked back in. We talked about her, the talented three-point shooter for the Panthers. We'll see if that changes the complexion of this game. They get it to her at the top of the key, and she sets up the dribble. Moves that one across to Taylor Schmidt. Schmidt very good at quarterbacking these kind of plays, looking for a way to go here. She puts McCorkle at the top. Izzy Peterson wants to get it inside to McCorkle. She does. McCorkle under the basket. Oh, what a shot! Ellen McCorkle with another nice layup in the paint. 50-45. Panthers within 5 now as Sydney Hilliard has it and moves it across. All the way out to Hillsbrunner at the top of the key. Now down low to Sydney, up to Lexi. Can't get it to go. Shot from Benchwall for three-point territory, no good. What a slap by Sydney Hilliard. Finger roll and one. And a heartbreaker for the Panthers. They get the three-point shot that I think they want because they know they can contest well on these rebounds. Instead, Sydney Hilliard comes down with it, gets the bucket, and a foul.
Yeah. McCorkle has to switch out again.
Yep, that's the 4th foul against McCorkle. 3:48 to go in this second half. Obviously in danger of fouling out, but also by far the leading scorer for Oregon. Coach Seeloff calls a timeout. So with that in mind, 3:48 to go. Ellen McCorkle leading the team by a lot in terms of points. How much risk do you take here, especially trailing by 7 in terms of keeping her in?
I mean, that is the biggest risk. I mean, she is critical on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, and that's what gets her into foul trouble a lot of the time. It's that she's in the middle of the action all the time on defense, and she can't help but pick up a foul here and there. But you can't just take her out for the rest of the game.
No, I mean, without a doubt, you're going to want to put her in. The question is, do you rely on the rest of your team to try and carry it to 2 minutes, maybe a minute 30, or do you just leave her out there and just sort of go for broke?
I mean, it is only a 7-point deficit, but they haven't been able to close that gap for quite a long time now.
And we've seen Monroe can rattle off points in a hurry. Yeah, that 7-point deficit could become a 12, 14-point deficit in a hurry if you let them run up and down the court. Well, we'll leave the strategy to the people that are paid for it, and we'll let Sydney Hilliard take 2 shots here before we get back to the action. In and out, no good. And the Panthers have the ball off of that. 3:44 to go. They trail by 7. Taylor Schmidt's got it on the near side for the Panthers. Katie Ewell wide open at the top of the key. Buries it. Nothing but net from Katie Ewell and brings their team within 4 points now. What a clutch shot from the three-point shooter.
Absolutely what the Panthers needed right now.
Could not have asked for anything better on that possession. Hillsbrunner now has it at the top for the Cheesemakers. Over to Benchwall. Benchwall frustrated, can't find a pass. Leaves it to Lexi Hilliard at the top. And they get it over to Sydney. Now back into Hillsbrunner. Hillsbrunner, hard defense from the Panthers here. They're smothering these Cheesemakers whenever they get down low. Nice pass inch wide, though. The Benchwall tries to cut. Stopped up by Danica Kiesling and Sedona Roberts. They move this one all the way across. Looking for a way in. Can't find it. And Benchwall forced to turn around and circle back. Hilliard over to Hillsbrunner. Across now to Kuster. Back to Hilliard. Long two coming up. No good. It goes way too long, and Taylor Schmidt will have that rebound. Schmidt wisely settles it down, and with 2:41 to go, her team only down by 4. She's bringing this ball up. Sedona Roberts inside to Danica Kiesling. Kiesling pushing towards that ball, and she gets the foul. Danica Kiesling draws the foul from Jordan Hillsbrunner. That'll be Hillsbrunner's second. And with 2:33 to go, Danica will shoot 2 here. Danica currently shooting 67.9% from the line. She can knock down both of these. That would be huge for the Panthers. Oh, in and out. It was as low as it can get without going in. She's got one more coming up. That one also in and out. Rebound grab by Matheson, and Monroe will have it. No damage off of the foul. 52-48, still our score, with 2:27 to go in the second half. Monroe sets up on offense, still kept to the outside. Held by Sydney Hilliard. Back to her sister Lexi. Lexi a senior guard there, Sydney a sophomore. Benchwall now with it, back to Sydney. Cross to Matheson. Nice job by Danica Kiesling. Breaks that one up, and Monroe will retain possession. Danica saw an opportunity there, nearly had the ball going the other way. Benchwall will inbound for the Cheesemakers. Referee getting everyone in position. And here we go with 2:01 to go in the second half. Inbounds it to Sydney Hilliard. Hilliard looks to drive against Izzy Peterson. Pulls up at the free throw line. Shot, no good. But a rebound grabbed. What a grab on that rebound by Benchwall. And Emily Benchwall has that one now for the Cheesemakers. Gives them another chance at life here. Carrying it is Lexi Hilliard. Out to Hillsbrunner. Hillsbrunner, no way in. Tough defense from Roberts. You hear the crowd unhappy about that call. It's going to be a foul against Sedona Roberts. Can't say I'm too happy about it myself, but the referee's call is the rule. 52-48, minute 36 to go, and it'll be Monroe's ball. Lexi Hilliard's inbound for the Cheesemakers here. Gets that one to her sister Sydney behind the half-court line. Sydney picks up a pick, but Danica hard on the defense, not letting her through. Ellen McCorkle all the way to the top to provide some more D, and Hillsbrunner has it now. Out to Matheson. Matheson looking to get in past Danica Kiesling, can't do it. Fires it all the way across to Lexi Hilliard. Minute 17 to go as Monroe continues to work this one on the outside. Carrying it now is Benchwall. Benchwall leaves it off to Lexi Hilliard. Ellen McCorkle, 4 fouls now, can't afford to foul as this one comes in. Sydney Hilliard to the paint, across against Katie Ewell, and Ewell's going to get the blocking foul. It'll be 2 shots for Sydney at the line. Panthers down by 4 with a minute 1 to go, potentially by 6 here, depending on what Sydney Hilliard can do with the line. Tough spot to be in for Oregon. No good. A little bit too strong. Hits off the back of the rim. Second shot coming up. Both teams in the bonus now with 1 minute and 1 second left in this second and final half. Second shot also no good. Great rebound from Danica Kiesling, and the Panthers are still within 4. Sedona Roberts bringing this one up as Oregon has got to get a score here with 53 seconds to go. Sedona crosses over across to Katie Ewell. Katie Ewell for 3, short, and comes off the outside. Held by Hillsbrunner, and Hillsbrunner's going to be fouled. I believe that's by Danica. Danica Kiesling will be called there. It'll be 1-1 for Jordan Hillsbrunner.
.45 seconds left.
First half no good, and McCorkle carries it. No damage against the Panthers, and here they come. Oh, man, losing control of Sedona Roberts. She manages to regain it. Great work. Danica Kiesling in the paint. Now to McCorkle. McCorkle for 3. Score! Ellen McCorkle from downtown. Again, we talked about it earlier. Not who you'd expect to shoot threes, but she just steps up and kills it. Brings her team to within 1 with 32.7 to go.
We are headed for an exciting finish. Once again, copies of this and all OCAmedia programs are available for you to purchase. Call 291-0148. Visit our office on 900 Market Street during business hours, or go to OCAmedia.com for more information.
Hashtag OCA Game Day with any game day photos that you have. Twitter, Facebook, put them out there. We'll get them up on the website. 32.7 seconds to go. 52-51. When we saw the JV game, this is what we were hoping for, and indeed it's what we've got. Ellen McCorkle comes through for her team, and in total, I'm looking at it, that's 8, 16, 20 points for her. That 3 makes. She is doing everything she can, but I feel like everybody is. We're seeing so much hustle out of every player on the floor.
Yes. Tonight has been a great showcase for Oregon, a great welcome back after 6 weeks straight on the road. This is exactly what the Lady Panthers wanted to show us they were working on their time away.
And the home crowd letting them hear it. The student section is standing. Got a lot of fans cheering, a lot of signs in the audience, which I don't feel like I often see. And we'll see if the crowd can power this team to victory. They trail by 1. The Cheesemakers are on top 52-51 with 32.7 seconds to go in the second half. Inbound pass. An immediate call before I think the ball even got launched. Not sure what the call is going to be right here, to be honest. Foul against Sedona Roberts. That makes her 4th, unfortunately. So going to the line is number 24, Emily Benchwall. She'll shoot 1-1 with 32.5 seconds to go. Sedona Roberts checks out as Taylor Schmidt comes in. Benchwall's first shot is no good. Rebound, though, by Matheson. Back out to Benchwall. That is unfortunate, and they're going to have to foul here. Izzy Peterson immediately fouls number 10, Lexi Hilliard. Hilliard, the senior guard for the Cheesemakers, will go to the line. She's shooting 44.4% this season. Lexi's first shot is good. Danica Kiesling was doing the cartoon character wave there. Nearly fell off of her point on the lane. So 53-51 now. Lexi Hilliard gives her team a 2-point lead, potentially a 3-point lead here. The crowd getting noisy. Shot is good, though. Lexi Hilliard knocks them both down. Her first 2 points of the game could not be more critical for her team, but the Panthers trail only by 3 here. Into Taylor Schmidt. They've got Katie Ewell on the floor. They get her the ball. Instead, she goes towards the lane. Pull-up jumper, no good off the rim. That one's going to stay with the Panthers. Knocked out by by Sydney Matheson. And it'll be Panther ball. We're going to get a timeout here. So Coach Corey's got a lot of decisions to make. 16.9 seconds to go. Ellen McCorkle has 2 threes in the game. Katie Ewell has 4. She's got both those shooters on the floor. Obviously, the idea is to get the ball to them, I would think. Certainly, Monroe's got to be thinking the same thing.
Yeah, there's really, realistically, time for 1 shot here. Maybe 2 plays if they get really lucky with a steal or something else from Monroe. But realistically, they got to end this with a 3 if they want to tie.
And we know they have the shooters to do it. Ellen and Katie can both just step back and fire. Totally confident behind the arc. The question is, can they get the ball to them and get them open enough that the three is not contested to the point where they can't get it to go. Ellen McCorkle, Taylor Schmidt, Danica Kiesling, Izzy Peterson, and Katie Ewell will be the ones to finish it out for the Panthers here with 16.9 to go. Into Ellen McCorkle. McCorkle all the way out to Taylor Schmidt at the top. Izzy loses control. She gets it in, but it's going to be held by Sydney Hilliard. They go for the foul, and Danica's able to get it. Boy, that's rough for the Panthers there. They just lose it on kind of an errant pass, and now Sydney Hilliard will have a chance for 2 shots, shooting 1-1 at the line. I'm sorry, she's shooting 2 now. That was the 10th team foul, so Monroe into the double bonus. Students getting loud. And Hilliard's in and out on the first one. Panthers really need to grab this board. Katie Ewell a little confused about the scheme, but they're back on it now. Student section really loud now. Second shot is good. And it's a 4-point lead for the Cheesemakers. 8 seconds to go as they bring it up. Across to Katie Ewell. Katie Ewell pull up for 3. Short. And it's grabbed by Taylor Schmidt. Schmidt gets fouled. Schmidt gets jump ball. Very strange call there, a jump ball. And so Oregon will have it with only 1.2 seconds to go. They'll have to just inbound and immediately pull the trigger. Taylor Schmidt looking to inbound this ball. Gets it to Ellen McCorkle. McCorkle to Izzy Peterson. As time expires, she heaves up a shot. And the Panthers go down 55-51. But boy, they battled all the way to the end. An outstanding performance from the Oregon Panthers here. Unfortunately, they fall 55-51 to the Monroe Cheesemakers. Couldn't have asked for a better performance, though.
Yeah, really. I mean, we came into this game with an expectation of dominance from Monroe, and in large part, we really didn't see that. The Panthers stepped up to the level that Monroe kind of set for them.
No, and the Panthers come out, they outscore the Cheesemakers in this period by 3. Unfortunately, Monroe had outscored them by 7 in the first half,
Right.
and that's enough to take the game away. 55-51, though, goes down as the final. As you look back at this game, 1 star from each team. Who do you like here?
I mean, there were so many great performances from Oregon. So I'll go over to Monroe. Of course, you gotta take the obvious one. Sydney Hilliard was great every aspect of the ball. I mean,
undoubtedly carried it, shot it, did everything. And then for Oregon, who do you like?
I mean, there was a lot of good performances. You know, I think I'll give a nod. Maybe not the most numbers contributed tonight, but it was really nice to see point guard Taylor Schmidt back in this game. She really gave a new life and some leadership that the team had maybe been missing up until now. And I think she, in a larger part than some might realize, is probably a reason as to why this game was so close.
I agree, and it was great to see not only Taylor on the floor, but to see the reaction from these fans and from her teammates, really supporting her, excited for her to be back. Certainly we as fans are excited to see her back on the floor. For myself, for Monroe, I'm going to give it to Emily Benchwall. Emily Benchwall played really well. She had 10 points in the game, knocked down 3 free throws, had a 3, one of their, I think it was their only 3, in fact. Played very well for them. For Oregon, you got to go with Ellen McCorkle. McCorkle, 20 points, obviously a leader on the team, defensive monster, rebounding, doing all the things she can for that team.
All
right, folks. Well, that's going to do it. Thanks for tuning in. OCAmedia Live presentation of the Oregon Panthers girls basketball team. Unfortunately, they fall 55-51 against a very tough Monroe Cheesemakers conference opponent. For everybody here at OCAmedia and for my partner Sean Bull, my name is Zach Seeloff saying so long, and we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.
This is a presentation of OCAmedia Sports.
This program is made possible in part with support from our generous sponsors. Oregon Community Bank. Feel good banking. William R. Torhorst and Associates, your hometown insurance agency that's doing big things. Stoughton Hospital. Oregon Urgent Care and Sports Medicine Clinic. Trusted care close to home. Maria's Pizza. A little slice of Italy right here in Oregon. The Oregon Chamber of Commerce, promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses and the community of Oregon. A special thanks to the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. OCAmedia wishes to thank the Oregon School District for its ongoing support.
At Oregon Community Bank, our purpose for over 38 years has been to serve our customers. Our goal is to help them improve their financial lives with innovative banking products and services, coupled with unparalleled customer service. Doing banking the right way, bringing our skills and expertise to improve the financial stability to individuals and businesses is how we have grown. We call this Feel Good Banking. So give us a call. Drop into one of our convenient branches or connect online at OregonCommunityBank.com. Feel good about banking again.